Yeah, good evening, good evening. I'm your host, Armando, and this is another edition of Open Topics with Don Armando. So, this episode is nothing really special, but we could actually talk about something or anything of that matter. Sorry about last night because I was actually tired. So, tonight we got a full show. Shout out to Scully Ton and PK Darkness. Puss. Yeah, it was good cooking. Oh yeah, cooking. I'm gonna actually do you a favor, right? As of now, you're one of my moderators. Yeah, so you're actually one of my new mods right now. Of course. Us. Of course, bro. Yo. Cooking is now the new he's one of the new guys with the rent, so salute to him too. Yeah, salute to Tampa Supreme too. All right, I'm gonna do you a favor also, Tampa. Since that's some of my, since that's one of my favorite city that I actually visited in 2011. Shout out to Club Prana up in Ybor City. Yeah, thank you. My cousin, he actually made that beat. So shout out to Smitty in the city. Yeah, man. I miss Ybor City, to tell you the truth. Even though I haven't been there like, I'll say like 14 years. I love that area. I mean, my favorite rappers will all of all time will be Notorious B.I.G., Pac, DMX, Big Pun, and I could say quote unquote of the new generation. I'll say 50 Cent and Pop Smoke. But and then I'm a little bit leaning towards the music of Dave East because he's from Harlem, and he actually spits good under Nas. But I think that most lyrical rappers need more recognition. It's funny because I like Most Def and everything, and I love Nas, but I wasn't really exposed enough to MF Doom. But rest in peace to that man. Oh yeah, and rest in peace to Vanetta Wallace also. Yeah, rest in peace to Vanetta Wallace, the mother of the late great Notorious B.I.G. Yeah. So, how's everybody's doing this Sunday? Anybody grilling today? Yeah. My favorite film of all time will have to be Enter the Dragon. And then the second film that I like is Hoodlums. Third, I'll have to say the Godfather series. I mean, Kill Bill is good. It has like some of that. How should I say? The direction, which is reminiscent to the old Hong Kong flicks. I mean, the way that it goes through it. I mean, that's what I think Quentin Tarantino tried to emulate. Dime a ver. Okay. Dime a ver, manito, ¿cómo está? Hey, dímelo. No te escucho. Dímelo. No te escucho. Yeah, he'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, I got a question for do Florida really um actually they represent they actually like Rick Ross like that? Or it's just that certain people they just don't mess with them. All right. Okay. Come on. Hey, Demo Armando. Okay. What's going on? Come on. Oh. Yeah, Sometimes StreamYard could be a little bit frustrating. Like, really? Hey, di mga koko, ¿cómo está? Hey, te escucho. Yo, what's good? Again.
Don, what's going on, brother? How you been?
What's good, Rakim?
Nothing much, man. I saw that you was live. I had a little free time. I'm off today, so I thought I'd join, top it up with you for a minute.
Yo, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, it's my homie from,
Yo ¿qué? Diciendo mala palabra y vaina rarísima.
Come on.
Dime, Armando.
Hey, ¿cómo está usted?
Estamos bien, gracias a la misericordia de Dios.
Amén. ¿Cómo está la vaina en San Pedro?
Está todo bien aquí en San Pedro. Está tranquilo.
Bueno. Sí.
¿Cuándo viene a visitar?
Tú sabes, yo estreno uno de los nuevos muchachos acá. Yo no sé, pero tú sabes, yo hago muchas cosas ahora. Yo, Pete, what's good?
Nosotros tenemos que planear un junter de artistas aquí en San Pedro.
Ay, sí, yo quiero hacer esto, tú sabes, en el barrio mío, tú sabes, Sarmiento.
En Sarmiento.
O en Villa Velázquez.
Hace un junter de artistas.
Sí.
Grande.
O en el parque. Ay, sí. Sí, pero tú oigan, pues este artista se llama Neutron. La ciencia.
Pedrito,
Sí.
me está escuchando, Pedrito.
Ok.
Yo.
¿Qué es lo que es, Pedrito?
Buenas noches, mi gente. ¿Cómo estamos? Bendiciones a todos.
Igual, amén.
Yo bien, ya tú sabes. Amén.
Sí. Estoy con todos los niños en la casa, haciendo lío, que está temprano todavía.
Yeah.
Ya tú sabes, Armando.
Yo estoy acostumbrado.
I show my wife the pictures of Kiki.
¿Que yo qué?
Nah, tú sabes.
¿Que yo qué? ¿Que yo qué? Está como por llover aquí. ¿Que yo qué?
Sabes todo en mi estudio. Oh, ¿verdad? Wow.
Getting feedback.
Coño,
There's a lot of reverb going on because of the beat. Take the beat off real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll kill the reverb.
Pedrito, Armando, que ustedes me dicen de este tipo.
Ajá. Okay. Si por si acaso, Cocoro, tú tienes que avisar si va a poner música, porque si es música que no es propio, fácilmente le mutean el sonido a uno.
Ah, ok, sí.
Sí.
Entiendo. Dame parada de una. A poner una. La voy a poner.
La pregunta es de quién es la música, a quién le pertenece la música. No se oye.
Yeah, salute. Campus Supreme. Yeah.
Tengo que actualizar el WhatsApp o Messenger a la laptop para poder hacer, para poder entrar por aquí por la laptop mejor.
Sí, pero tú sabes, en el último tiempo, tú sabes que yo hago una música. Ni saber. Tú sabes, de ustedes se hizo una cosa de TuneCore.
Ay, mi madre, me está dañando el mouse. El teclado. El mouse. Pues bien, Pedrito, dígame cómo está eso allá.
Igual por aquí, la cosa se está poniendo más tibio, pero todavía está frío.
Oh, okay.
Yo llegué a trabajar cansado y me acosté ahí, me levanté casi ahora mismo.
Bueno.
Wow.
Yo estoy puesto para el trabajo, yo vine del Cibao.
Sí. Pero ayer lo siento, pero tú sabes, yo y una mujer durmiendo. Y también yo levanté en la mañana, me dice, wow, ay, te olvides que yo tengo ese show. Me dice, wow, yo lo hago hoy.
Yo vengo ahora, mi gente, dame un segundo.
Pues bien, y díganme, ¿qué es lo que ustedes me dicen con las cosas musicales de aquí?
Aquí, tú sabes, creando mi propio estudio. Yo voy a comprar mi equipo y algo. Y después, Dios quiere, yo voy a seguir mis beats con las pistas para a ustedes. O, tú sabes, de cualquier gente, tú sabes. Yo, oh, okay.
Yo,
Yo, yeah, I guess streamer knocked off go call, but I hope he comes back on.
there's a lot of reverb going on over there on his end.
Yeah. So, all right. I was trying to ask on Tampa Supreme, do Floridian cats do they actually mess with Rick Ross music like that?
That's a good question. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing about
Some
Tampa.
people do, some people don't.
In Tampa, they like to listen to music that's slowed down. So
Yeah.
you know, I remember when that Rick Ross joint, Dice Pineapples, whatever. I'm saying everybody was listening to that like a little too much over there because it's so slow and whatever. Like that's what they like. I'm like, really? Song's too slow for up north. Up north people didn't like that song that much. They was just vibing to it because it's Rick Ross. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I never really listened to. The only thing is like everything is hustling, but all the other songs I don't really listen to. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, this is the difference between, listening to the radio and you have to hear everything that they play, and not listening to the radio where I'm at home making my own music. I make my own beats, when I don't have a headache because listening to the same thing over and over, fine tuning and doing all this other stuff, it gives you a headache eventually.
Personally, I just listen to music on YouTube. I'll tell you. I'll be honest. I don't even know the radio stations out here in Philadelphia. I stopped listening to radio in 2013. Tell you the truth, because who the heck is going to listen to Hot 97 all day? Not I.
I can't listen to the same song.
So all the rap and hip hop
every 10 minutes.
That's why to me, right? Yeah, you got people that listen to the radio and stuff, but who really actually listens to the radio anymore? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, with all this new drill music and everything like that, and other artists that are getting on, you got artists that are getting on, and they don't need the radio stations backing them for it. They just need a whole bunch of views, and that's it.
It's wild.
Yeah, like radio is the last avenue that I would actually go to. You know, the Breakfast Club or Funkmaster or whosoever, because it's like now since everybody's been blowing up in the internet, who real? I mean, you got certain people
I
that
mean,
might listen to the
everything is a
radio,
podcast
but who
now.
the heck is really listening to the radio now? If they want to actually get some exclusive joints, they just go look on YouTube or Spotify.
I mean, listen,
That's my
the
opinion.
radio will always be the radio, but internet radio and internet streamed radio, it is the new hip thing. But even if you go to the radio station, chances are that whatever they're saying at the radio station, they're streaming through some type of broadcast channel as well. So it's like, whatever radio station you were to choose, you can find them on the .com
Yep.
and listen to whatever lineup they're playing through the website. Like, the information age has brought us closer to the impossible. Before, you had to hear the radio just to hear a song you liked. Now you don't have to. Now you can just pull out whatever song you want from anywhere. It's
Yep.
just, things are different, man. Times have changed. I remember before
Pretty
YouTube,
much.
it used to be called, it was something called Yashi. And Yashi had all the, independent videos of people putting stuff up, and it's just crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it says it's giving him an error. Yeah, the
Is
bro
it?
just hit me up. Said that
Hmm.
that it's giving him an error. He thinks that the internet's slow because it's cloudy over there. It's about to rain. So he's like, maybe that's messing it up because it's giving him an error. It won't let him in.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did hear that. Got you.
Yeah, just hit him up.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was kind of in the middle of a heated discussion, and
All right.
I saw that it was going nowhere. So I was like, pardon me, I'm gonna log on to the radio show. Now the only problem with that is that I feel heavy. I feel like I have a heavy heart, just for the simple fact that words were spoken, words were interchanged and explained of how both parties felt, yet nothing came to a result of anything.
Right.
So I feel like, not that I wasted my time,
Got you.
no, but I feel like the resolve is different. I feel like that
Got you.
that expression of tenacity of I got to do this in a certain time element. I feel like that's gone. It's like, oh, there's the only thing that's important is the responsibilities of what one person might say at the
Right.
moment, and not necessarily the reality of the responsibility.
Right.
Like when it comes to family and it comes to raising children and all that good stuff, it's always, it's supposed to be a two-person job. You know what I'm saying? The more the merrier. This is why people have nannies. This is why there's comadres. This is why there's um, all types of stuff. So
Yeah.
it becomes a strange to one's knowledge when you know that the best remedy for something is a unison, proper communication, proper understanding. Without understanding, there will never be proper communication because you're not going to understand what I'm telling you. Neither am I going to understand what you're telling me. And not because we're not speaking words of the same language, it's because we're speaking words of different minds. My mind doesn't understand yours. Yours doesn't understand mine. It's just, it gets complicated.
Yeah.
It gets complicated. It's wild.
Yeah. It does. Yeah.
It's definitely wild.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not the kind of person that likes to, you know, say things to bring people down or make people feel bad. Like that's not my kind of thing.
It actually does.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see people that are so quick to be judgmental or criticize or this or that, it's like, all right, dude, how much do you know about life? Do you know that people go through different types of struggles? Do you know that some people turn bitter in life because of the pain that they're going through? Do you know that some people become sour because they're still grieving a family member? So don't be quick to judge, thinking that someone is a piece of this or a piece of that just because you don't see
Right.
fit. You don't see fit to your liking of this, and that. Sometimes you got to be a little more open minded than that.
Right.
That those kind of things. You know how people say that things can go both ways.
Hmm.
Those kind of things tend to go more than both ways because I was taught. I was taught that
Yeah.
when you point the finger, the thumb is pointing up to God, so you're blaming God as well, and the other three fingers that are pointing back at you, you're blaming yourself three times. And this is why
Yep.
we shouldn't be quick to
Uh,
judge. Because when we point that finger, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
yep.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to USA right now because, like I said, it's not. I don't feel. I don't feel like I have a heavy heart because I did something wrong or whatever. But I do feel like I have a heavy heart because
Right.
resolution wasn't made. You know what I'm saying? There's no clarity of what the outcome was. Oh, got tuxedo dog barking over there in the background.
Yeah. 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 I guess the next time when I see you on Tuxedo Dog, I'm just gonna, Yeah, you there, Pete?
I sure am. It's part of my training. I could be as silent as the night.
All right.
You're like, yo, you there? I'm definitely here, bro. But I could
Yeah.
be as silent as the night, bro. Like you won't hear a whisper until I
Like
fall
sometimes
asleep.
it's
Then
like on my end, it's like going in and
until I fall asleep, then you'll hear me
I was
snoring. Then
like,
you'll be
yo,
like, yo,
and next
bro.
goes off. I was like, what? So I don't know.
Until you hear me snoring, then you're gonna be like, yo, bro.
Just 1 second.
Oh yeah. No need to mute on my end. I can literally be as silent as the night. Yeah, I'm used to doing the show around 8 o'clock, 8:30. It gives me time to put the little ones to bed so that there isn't a lot of commotion in the background. They can get a little rowdy and causes the audio to get choppy, especially if they're running around the internet boxes and stuff. That's always a you never know situation because you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So
Yo,
on today's health
yo.
pan.
Quick question.
Yep.
Well, for your back, right? Using Tiger
Yeah.
Ball. Okay.
I haven't, but Tiger Bomb is not gonna heal the situation that I'm going through with my back. It's just gonna, you know, give me some kind of leverage against whatever nerve pain or muscle pain I'm
Um.
enduring.
Yeah.
That's why I don't believe in per se taking
Yep.
medicine, and because it's like what is it doing? What is it really doing? Telling my brain that I don't have pain, and it's not true. I have pain. I have pain. Oh, it's gonna calm the nerves. No, it's not. It's gonna tell my brain that my nerves don't hurt, and I'm moving it even though I'm causing myself more pain. That's not what recovery is about. When you recover, you're supposed to let your nerves rest so they can unswell
Right.
or deswell. You know what I'm saying? And after they deswell, they will unpinch. Whatever places they're pinched at, and that's when the nerve pain starts to
Right.
stop. You know, if I
Mm-hmm.
could stay in bed for 2 weeks without having to necessarily get up for anything besides use the bathroom, I could probably recover a hundred
Hmm.
percent for the simple fact that I let the nerves rest without having to put them through
Yeah.
extra strain or reburn them or none of that. What you're supposed to feel is burn in the muscle because the muscle is growing. You destroy it and it grows more every day while working out. But when you feel nerve pain, you're supposed to let it rest so it can relax, unswell, unpinch, unwind, and you move on the next day.
Yep.
I can't wait to finish recovering, man. Because there's so many exercises I took in vain that I'm gonna do so much when I feel recovered. It's gonna be crazy. I'm like, I took all these little exercises in vain, like they don't do nothing, but they sure do. I can't wait to feel better so I can start doing them.
Hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Any of the mods still here? Cooking with love. I just saw the text now.
Got you.
Thanks for the subscribe.
Yeah.
Any of the mods still here with us?
Yeah. Shout out to Retro. Yeah. Well, let's see. On on Instagram, shout out to Fitness in Fairfield and Jay just joined, and King Brizzy 239 just joined. So salute
Salute, salute,
to those guys on Instagram.
salute, salute.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So just to let everybody know, I'm streaming. I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram.
Remember to pass by the YouTube and hit the like, leave a comment, leave a question. We'll get to it.
Yep.
I got all the kids running around. And I know it might not be making that much noise that the microphone is picking it up, but I can hear it. So if I can hear it, it's bothering me. So it's kind of like it
All
gets to
right.
the yeah, it gets to the point where the
Got you.
perfectionist in me is like, okay, I need to cut this audio out. Like, oh, that's right. I don't have any digital knobs here. Like
Right.
I just can't equalize it out. Let's see what the brother's telling me.
All right.
Why is the light on my keyboard not shining? Let's see here. Nope, that's that. Which one is light up keyboard? There it is.
Mm. Okay. Did not want. All right. That's good. Hey, how you doing, Don Jose?
Salute, salute.
Yeah.
Look at this dog.
Yeah. Yo, Pete.
Yeah, yo.
All right. One thing I'm going to say, like in your years of being a musician, who was like per se when you went to a rap battle and you just beat them, like in a freestyle competition. I mean, either here or Dominican Republic.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I got to think about that. But give me a second. I'm answering some messages here on WhatsApp. See what's going on over here.
yeah. The reason why I'm just is it any real competition when certain people sound the same? That's what I'm just wondering.
I mean, that's the $1 million question. I mean, this is the problem with people sounding the same. You know, the only real competition would be how much how much more lyrical can one be from the other. You know, the lyrical composition, how they're connecting words together. You know, if they're using metaphors or not. If you know what type of wordplay they're bringing. But if they all sound the same and they're literally repeating the same thing, it's just
Yeah,
it gets unflavorable after a while.
pretty much. Yeah,
All right.
I'm just waiting for this week's weather and everything like that. Cause I ain't gonna front. I'm tired of this cold.
I hear you. I mean, this winter system should be out, but
Yep.
it's gonna get warm maybe for the next week, and then the next following week is gonna be a little cold again, and then after that, that's it. The cold is gone. DK. Okay, phone call.
Yeah.
Be right back.
All right. Got you. All right. So let's see. I'll just put back the Veeps Batu. All right. Good evening, Don Jose.
Good evening, Don Armando. Good evening, Pete. Thanks for allowing me on your platform.
How you doing?
All right. Now, of course, I I'm a little different. I actually love the cold.
Yeah, I know you do.
Okay. And in my estimation, we
Yo,
have not
so
had go ahead. In
yeah,
my
I was like, so
estimation,
how's everything on the YouTube streets? Because I seen
uh,
that's been quiet.
yeah, it's been quiet for now, but we all know that in any moment things can go crazy, particularly with some members of the circus.
Yep, exactly. Could go bonkers at any moment.
Yep. I'm happy to say things are quiet so far,
Mhm.
and I've just been trying to stay in my lane and not get myself involved in
Right.
any of the beeps that other people have.
Yeah.
But so how you
Yeah,
guys
that's
been?
that's all I do. No, I've been all right. I was in New York this past Thursday because of you know, RP to my OG Kurt. I was glad. It was a pleasure that we were all hanging together at that. I didn't know that would be the last time that I seen him. So
Yeah,
me and him, we were talking, and he had like a lot of health issues or whatever. But he said that he was getting strong, and then I got that news. So
yeah.
RP
Well,
to my
yeah.
OG.
Well, first of all, my condolences to your loss. But one thing we have to bear in mind that tomorrow's not promised to anybody. Try to do what you can, try to take care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. And
To anyone,
if you have
exactly.
whatever be, try to get it resolved. If not, then just go your separate ways.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
So, Jose, when are
yes.
you gonna make that trip to Alaska? When are you gonna make that
Not
trip to Alaska?
not not anytime soon. Um, but I want to go to Alaska one day. But the problem for me to live up there, no one will come visit me, even in the summertime.
I will. Nah, because in the summertime it's all day. Even when it's night, it's all day.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, going through months of the year
Just a
when
good old,
that's weird.
yeah. It's like 6 months. It's like 6 months night, and then it's 6 months a day. I was like, wow, yeah. I mean, that's why. If you actually look at it, there's certain parts of Europe that's actually like that also. That's night all day, and then for 6 months, and then it'll be day. It'll be the day for all 6 months. I was like, wow.
Saludos, saludos.
Saludo.
Let's see. Who-
¿Cómo está, don José?
Saludo,
Muy
saludo.
bien, gracias a Dios. ¿Cómo está usted?
Amén. Estamos vivos, estamos vivos. En las últimas noticias, mi
Yeah,
esposa está embarazada.
yeah. Shout out to the. Shout out.
Felicidades.
Amén, amén.
See.
Wow.
Mhm. Yo, shout out to Angry Biracial on Instagram and the Cleanup Crew 102.
Shout
Y'all
out.
Okay.
You're both doing some good work, so you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just recently posted a video on TikTok that's gotten close to 4,000 views.
On Instagram. If anybody's welcome to join the panel, I'm putting the link in.
Yeah.
You said something about TikTok?
Yeah, I posted a funny video on TikTok that's gotten close to 4,000 views.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yo, congrats.
Thanks.
That's
I
cool.
mean, usually
Yeah.
those videos don't do that well. I mean, I might get 200, 300, 400, but close to 4,000. That's a lot.
I mean, it normally happens when people can relate to the situation. It just keeps getting shared because people get the point. And it's like, wow. So don't be surprised if then, a month from now you see it again and it's like, sheesh, 75,000 views, 100,000 views. What happened here? People liked it all around the world. It just keeps going more and more and more.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
basically, it's a short video regarding the Three Stooges. I'm sorry. They owe each other money, so they passed a $10 bill,
All
and then
right.
they keep passing it, and now they're all even though they just exchanged a $10 bill like 3 different times. So
Yeah, I actually remember that skit by heart.
Yeah.
I know that skit by heart. I grew up on the Three Stooges, so I remember that skit by heart.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, what's the 10 you owe me? Oh, here you go. Oh, hey, what about the 10 you owe me? Here you go. What about the 10 you
Yep.
owe me? Oh yeah, here you go. Oh, hey, since I owe you 10, I might as well give you this so that. Oh yeah, and I might as well give you that too." And they just passed it to each other like 2 or 3 times. And all right, we're even now. I'm like, wow. And that's the old twist to it. And the modern twist is when the guy comes with the $20 bill and says, "Hey, I'll buy your $10 bill for 20. Now you just made 10 and I just made 10. Like, wait, what? It's like, I'll buy your 30 for 40. And now you just made 10 and I just made 10. Like, no, you just lost 10. There's no way both people can make $10 out of thin air.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
thin air, just because it's thin and it's air and it's transparent doesn't mean it's not a molecule. So without the proper molecules, you're not just going to fabricate paper out of thin air.
Yep.
Right.
So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah. I mean, I have never seen so many plane crashes or near misses and what have you in a short period of time. I can't recall the last time any of that happened.
Neither do
Yeah.
I.
And you would
Neither do I.
think, and you would think that they will hire more people to prevent those things from happening. No, no, they're firing these people.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because 2011, when I used to actually work up in Universal Survey, there was a Polish guy that I was actually type cool with, and he was like supervisor at the time. So me and him, we used to have like a good rapport. So what he used to tell me about that 9/11 and everything like that, that at the time, I don't know about now, that most airplanes have military personnel, due to what happened to the 9/11 terror attacks and
Patriot
so.
Act.
But the thing is though, you would not know that they're actually, you know, yeah. So it's not like only okay, like going from the United States and stuff like that. But they were saying that certain people in Europe too also have their military in hand because if anything were to happen to a flight or so. I was like, wow, that's great to know.
Yeah.
For the past
But then
20
the sad
years,
occurrence that happened in
probably more than 20, for the past 30 years, actually, they've been doing the black box report, where the black box can tell
yeah,
whoever's gonna, whoever the IT for the planes are, can tell them exactly what were the last errors that the plane gave, and now these black boxes are even more
yeah,
sophisticated, that it tells you even the air pressure of the inside of what happened at every given moment. It says everything. So
yeah.
you don't just have air marshals in the sky anymore. You also have military personnel dressed up as normal people, and that's what they do.
Just as
Yeah.
regular people. Yeah.
Now they talk.
This
Now,
this
now they're
one thing.
talking about these
This is one thing.
so-called. Sorry.
This
Now
is one
there's
thing
been
I
some
don't
talk
understand
about.
about certain people. I mean, me personally. Okay. All right.
That was a ringtone. YouTube, don't hurt us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they have a less than 2 second penalty rule. Like, oh, it was less than 2 seconds. You good?
Right.
Um. Yeah. Actually, there's been talk about that they want to give like the Doge wants to give out like these $5,000 rebate checks supposedly.
Since January till
No,
now,
sir.
that it's only been less than 2 months, or about to be 2 months. Um, Elon and the Do Corporation have been able to save the government $5.5 billion, and probably even more as we speak. So they decided to take 12% of that to share it amongst Americans and give it to them in their income check. But I don't know about it exactly going to be reflecting 5 grand. It's probably going to be only to people that are homeowners, or people with big families or whatever.
Yep.
But because if they start handing everybody 5 grand, it's gonna get chaotic in the street.
Well, well, supposedly it's only going to be going to taxpayers. not people that Social Security or SSI, what have you, supposedly. I'll believe it when I see it.
Right. So it's a stimulus with a bylaw.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm just waiting to see it. I mean, I guess. All right, so yeah,
Okay, boys, you guys have school tomorrow.
right. You
Get to
know,
bed.
it's funny that everybody in the United States, when those hitting and everything like that. Yeah, me too. But the thing is, though, that Alaska, everybody had a stimulus package because of oil profits
Yeah, I mean, I bet.
or whatever. I was like, Dag, I should go move to Alaska.
Your better half may have something to say about that.
Hmm. Alaska, huh? Alaska be cold. All right. What was that?
That was, I'm sorry, that was one of my videos that I posted on Instagram.
All I heard was a scream from afar. I'm like, somebody is getting Jasonized. Sheesh.
Or it could be someone from the circus is getting I don't know, doxxed.
I'm done.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
But I know there has
So
not been too much discussion regarding TikTok. I guess they found somebody willing to buy TikTok.
I don't think the problem was that TikTok needed to be sold. I think the problem was that this government had a problem with another government owning it.
Hmm.
So anybody could have bought it. It could have been India. It
Yeah,
could have been Europe. But supposedly, three big heads, three big wigs got together, and they bought it. Even Trump has shares in it now. So supposedly that's one of his big win-wins.
Well, I could just imagine that the people that actually went on eBay and spent thousands of dollars just to buy a smartphone with the TikTok app already installed must feel pretty stupid by now.
Goes to show you everything has its fan club, and just like there's fans, there's gonna be haters. It's just one of those things my great grandpa told me. It's like people are always gonna feel the
yeah,
need for something that they're used to, and then once that
yeah,
need is taken away, the people are gonna go crazy, even if it's for 24 hours. Oh no, I gotta go buy something that has nothing to do with it, but I'm gonna go do it anyway. Okay. Then here we are 24 hours later.
gotcha.
Oh, I just spent my money on this, and that. when I didn't need to. Like, yeah.
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 Just like the when the 19 hit, and then everybody was buying toilet paper for apparent reason.
I mean, the truth
I was just
behind
looking. I was like,
the truth
okay,
behind the disappearance of toilet paper during COVID-19 doesn't have to do with the fact that people were buying extra because they needed it at the house or because paper was going to disappear. The truth of the fact is, people were literally pooping themselves every time they saw the news of how many people were dying. So they had to run to the bathroom all day. People were really scared about this COVID thing. That's why they needed all that toilet paper. I remember I made a meme and I never made a copyright on it. I never posted PKD on it or nothing. I made it for the heck of making it. And then I saw like 3 different versions of the same one and I'm like, "Oh Lord, people are such copycatters." I made a meme of Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Commando where he has the rocket launcher, right? But
yeah,
instead of the rocket launcher, I switched it up for toilet paper. And I
yeah.
put the words were, "Come with me if you want to use the bathroom." Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
just laughing at the ass because that sounds like some of my relatives right now.
properly what I wrote
Um,
was, "Come with me if you want to shit."
but you know something? I just checked something out in TikTok. That video I talked about, it's
Yeah.
gotten now over 4,000 views.
The new one you said earlier, or
Yeah, the one I said earlier.
so it's elevating. It's passing the 4. It's gonna hit 5 any second now.
Yeah.
That reminds me
Yep.
of the video I did in on my other Facebook that I had to technically get off of. When COVID was going on, I went live during certain situations, and I spoke some truths that even though the videos hit like some 5,000 views, you could tell by viewing the video that they cut off a lot of what I said. That if you didn't view it live while it was going on live, you didn't get the whole message.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, it was weird. It was bad. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, there's 7 helicopters over my head, and I pointed my camera towards the helicopters. Why are there 7 helicopters over my building? It's like, yo, what's going on over here? Yeah, it was crazy. 2019, 2020 was a dark era in the information age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't take us back to medieval times, but it took us back to the medieval way of thinking, where survival was definitely, you know, a core value to everything, as opposed to human morals. Because as far as I'm concerned, I remember when COVID hit, they canceled a lot of marching and a lot of parades, if you will, to not say anything else. And people still gathered around and did their perversities and whatnot. And it's like, so y'all don't listen. Y'all feel like y'all above the law. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing I noticed, like around 2020 and 2021, that's when everyone was getting on YouTube.
I mean, what else was there to do? People couldn't go outside. They were
Yeah. Pretty
scared.
much.
The only
Yep.
reason TikTok got
Me
famous was
personally,
because of that.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that. Yeah, it was like to the point, right? I didn't have that luxury because I was at that time uh, an essential worker. So while everybody was actually having their working from home or anything like that, I guess I was in the field as an essential worker. My cousin also, and she stayed blessed too, because she actually came out on the in a news article when a man was he didn't know English or anything like that, and since my cousin, she's she's from DR, she went up and she helped that old man. So salute to my cousin.
Salute.
They actually had an article about her, so she did a good job.
Good job.
You know?
Well, I mean, look, I was fortunate. I was able to work remotely um, through the most of the rough time of the pandemic.
You know?
I mean, it felt weird, not be able to go outside or anything like that. Have to wear like two masks and gloves and whatnot.
My thing is, how are you telling
Yeah.
people to wear masks when masks only work in a sterile environment? This is why they do it at hospitals. Hospitals have a sterile
It's
environment.
crazy.
Their air is sterilized by the air purifiers and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So they're using the mask as an extra precaution. How is a mask going to help in the outside world where the wind blows left and right, up and down, and these are pathogens? They will find a pathway through that mask. It's not nothing special. We have 12 different types of masks for different things. For masks for venom,
Right.
masks for pesticides, masks for paint, masks for chalk, masks for caulking, masks for melting, masks for soldering. We have different type of masks for different things that are supposedly bad for you, but not so lethal. Worst, worst, worst epidemic in the face of this earth. They're telling us to wear some cloth ass little mask that's going to help us. I had the long face. Like, how is that supposed to help us? If it's something that's breathable, is air not coming through the mask? It's gonna come
I
through
know, right?
regardless. They're like, oh no, because in Asia they do this and that and blah blah blah. No,
Right.
in Asia they wear masks just in case if they're sick, so they don't sneeze on top of people or cough on top of people. Not if there's sick people around to not get sick. If there's sick people around you, you could have 10 masks on.
Right.
You're gonna get sick.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember,
But you know, but you
I
know what's,
remember,
but you know one thing I could actually say though.
Say it.
Yeah. The reason why I was saying that when it was like COVID was first announced, I guess it was like in February and everything. You saw
Right.
while everybody was having like their own mask and stuff. So you saw every Asian person between New York and Philadelphia with masks that we never seen before. I was like, oh crap, this is serious.
Right. They stepped it up.
I was like,
They
oh
had
crap.
masks with certain breathing holes and filters, very different from just your simple, oh, just wear this blue little trapito on your nose. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, from the joints that we was getting.
Better off wearing a diaper.
but something. I mean, first of all, the CDC did not want us to wear masks, and then we have to wear one type of mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we have to wear a disposable mask over a cloth mask. Then they told us Yes. Then they told us
N95, the N95, and then the Ducky M95, and I'm like, y'all doing too much. First they said
yeah.
6 feet, then they were like, "Oops, sorry, we meant 9 feet." I'm like, "Yeah, killed a bunch of people."
No, what about okay? But what about the fact that at one point you have to wear like a disposable mask over a cloth mask, and then if you got vaccinated, you didn't have to wear mask at all. Then, oh yes, you have to wear. You have to be vaccinated and wear a mask. Plus the social distancing, washing your hands for 20 seconds.
Wash your hands 50 times a day until you wash your fingerprints off. So check this out. I am one of the people that in the whatever 5 years that COVID-19 kicked the butt around the world, I am one of those people that have not caught COVID and I am not vaccinated. I am one of those people. I'm not rocking no mask unless I feel like I need to rock a mask, because there's certain things that obviously you're not supposed to breathe in. But other than that, like I was walking the streets of New York looking at how much of a ghost town it looked like. People scared to come out. I'm like, really? This is what the world has come to, huh?
I mean, believe it or not, I actually went outside with two masks, a face shield, and gloves on.
He said I had a hazmat suit on.
I mean,
Might as well, right? Might as well have a whole hazmat suit on. Like,
I
I'm
know as
protected.
well. Or be like the boy in the bubble.
Yeah, John Travolta, Bubble Boy. That's a classic right there.
Yeah. Susan.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Sorry about that.
Like, yo, YouTube, that's a ringtone. Relax. You don't have to hit us with the sword. Because YouTube will hit you with the sword like if they were playing spades. Like, cut that.
It was actually to the point that it was like,
they will throw that spade at you. All right, cut that. Like, what would you like to do? Would you like to mute it out, or do you want us to like, yeah, go ahead, mute it out. Knock yourself out. Nobody wanted it in the first place.
I'm sorry. People decide to call me whatever.
I just know that. I just know. Yeah.
All I just know. That's it. That's all I just know. Yo,
All I just
let
know
it out already.
is that
Yo, get it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's just that this computer lag and stuff. I just know that between New York and Philadelphia, it just got crappier within the years. I do not know why. Maybe it was COVID. Maybe it's people who's not caring or anything like that. But between Philadelphia and New York, it was just looking like the same place at one time. I could tell you, it was around 2020, 2020. And I never seen 42nd Street look so dead ever in my life. This is October 2020, right? The next thing you know, I'm thinking I'm coming back from Philadelphia because you see a lot of people sleeping on the streets. I came to New York and people sleeping on the streets. I was like, Dad. It's just like I never actually left home.
How crazy is it? The people that sleep in the street
I
downtown
mean,
in Manhattan never caught COVID.
That's weird.
That's
the
super
same
weird.
thing with the same thing with people up in the same thing with people up in Kensington. You never heard none of them catch COVID. It was like I was like,
So
yo,
let me break something down real quick, psychologically.
yeah,
What happened with the people as far as mentality is concerned,
yeah,
especially with COVID, people were forced to segregate themselves. People were forced to stay in their homes and separate themselves from social people. They were forced to become unsocial. They were
right,
forced to depend on social media to the extreme point where TikTok became famous because TikTok started doing things like, oh, dance like this, do like that. So people were like, oh yeah, let's do that. All for it. So yeah, it got super OD famous for that. Now, because of that, when they finally opened the doors to the city and people came out, people forgot what it was to be amongst the people, and they wanted to treat people like how they were treating their books in their shelves in the living room. Like, no, you can't treat people based off a book. You have to, you know, treat people accordingly. Oh, I forgot how that felt like. I forgot what that was.
Yeah.
I mean, New York was already a city where people don't say good morning. After COVID, New York became a city where people don't say snap to you unless you're walking in their way.
yep. Just like that song by what's her name? By Scarlett. She's like, what the F I'm telling her good morning. I was like, yo, dad. You never that's one thing you could actually attest to. In New York, you ain't gonna hear a good morning ever. Unless you're in a professional setting.
It's weird. It's just weird. You were gonna say something, Jose?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, look, let me tell you something. And you know how and somehow I got COVID because apparently I attended a function and I guess someone from the function had COVID. And then I didn't find out about it until like about 7 months later when I had a physical and they tested my blood and that they found I had COVID antibodies.
Meaning that you had got it, went through it, didn't even feel it, and you were good.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I found out 7 months
These
later
people,
that I
they
had
don't.
COVID. Yo, that's wild. So you
Yeah,
had
that
got
is
it,
wild.
No.
healed, and everything, and okay, tranquilo.
Hmm.
That's wild. I think there was a stage where, pre-COVID and between 29 and before the ending of 2019, that people were getting sick, not understanding what they were sick of, but were able to heal quickly because, you know, traditional in-home medicines and medicines of the ancestors, knowing what to do, knowing how to mix your honey with your onions and whatnot, and and they healed themselves, and now here they have antibodies, and they never even knew they had caught COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like to the point that you had certain people that were like, oh yeah, COVID is BS, and I was like, okay,
And then they caught
Actually,
it.
the president,
there's so much of
actually
a
the president
government
of my local got
plot or
COVID,
whatever. How,
and he
What?
almost died.
wow. I had lost like 3 relatives to the 19.
I lost a few.
I was
I'm
like,
not
yo,
going to get into it. All I know is whenever I spoke about it, I never spoke about it like if it was a hoax. But I did let the people know to not be fooled with outside source information. Where they were giving us the news feeds of what the hospitals look like in Italy and making pretend like that's what it looked like at the Metropolitan. That's what it looked like over here at Mount Sinai. That's what it looked like at St. Luke's. Like, why are y'all lying? I know how some hospitals may look the same in certain ways, but not all hospitals look the same as far as interior design.
Yeah.
So
No,
like,
but
why
they
y'all
were talking about
They were talking about what?
yeah. Well, shout out to LOM Child. Well, I see
Okay.
you there too, Pete. But this is one thing that I'm not. This is one thing I don't understand. Right? It was like in 2020, you was getting bombarded, and you don't know if it was propaganda or not. When they had those vans, that they said that there was a lot of corpses that the hospitals couldn't even have space or whatever, so they had to get like refrigerated
Yeah, the
they
truck.
had to get
The truck.
refrigerated cargo stuff just to store the bodies. Like, yeah, I was like,
Well, let me tell you something. I went around this truck not once, not twice, like 4 times. Took pictures and everything. Very
Yeah.
creepy stuff. But this truck is not what they were saying it was.
They're regular trucks.
It was just a regular truck. Now, yes, they were filling these trucks with bodies, but it wasn't the way they were saying that they were filling it up with bodies, like if, like how we had to do in the military when we were overseas. It was not like that. They made it seem like,
yeah,
oh yeah, our personnel is working overtime, just
yeah. I was like, I thought that was
taking bodies
propaganda.
out to the truck. I'm like, are y'all kidding me right now? Y'all trying to scare the general public? This is what happened, bro. They scared the general public so bad, all the toilet paper
Yep.
disappeared. The news came on and people were pooping themselves.
Sure.
It was bad, man. It was
Yep,
bad.
pretty much.
There's no worser fear than psychological fear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People are scared and terrified in their own mind because they think that something terrible is around their midst just because someone else said something. Listen, I believe in fate. If something bad is going to happen to you, it's going to happen to you regardless. But I've seen people live in the worst parts of town
Pretty
and
much.
not know that they're in a bad area and never have a problem.
Yep.
It just goes to show you, how much you limit the world to because you're limiting the world to you.
I mean, look, I remember. We was on the lockdown. Basically, you couldn't be outside after 7 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Yep. Unless you were an essential worker,
Yeah.
you were not allowed outside after 7 or 8 o'clock. That was you were looking to get fake
Yeah.
arrested. They couldn't take you to the precinct.
So you know what
They
the
would
people
give
did at 7 o'clock? They went out.
yeah.
So so basically they took their pots and pans and started making a whole bunch of noise at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I remember that. They did that in New York. They did that at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 7 o'clock. Clunk, 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 clunk. People started screaming out their windows, "Thank you, essential workers!" I'm like, really? Awesome. I had never seen New York this united before. Oh, there was one time I saw New York united. The
Yeah, in
second time Obama
Philadelphia,
won. The
when
second time Obama won, people were screaming out the window,
they went up and they
"Obama
had
for you, Obama!"
people that you saw
Everybody
that
was
was
happy.
actually roaming the streets, right? That was dogs with no owners.
Listen, man. lot of people were scared out their wits to the point where they were leaving the country, and as soon as they left the country, they'd catch COVID right wherever they were at.
Mhm.
Just for the simple fact that they went to the airport.
Well, I remember that there was a huge exodus of municipal employees that was retiring because they didn't want to deal with this whole
Yeah.
situation with COVID.
Because I was about to actually have my marriage in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, but when COVID hit, that plan went down. I was like, geez.
Back burner that.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, so you were saying something. You said you remember what?
That back in 2020, there was a huge exodus of municipal employees put in the paperwork to retire because they didn't want to deal with all this craziness.
Right.
In fact, it gotten so bad, it created a
I don't
huge
blame 'em.
backlog. Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah. So, as a municipal employee, Jose, what do you think? What are your views on Trump or Doge or whatever firing federal employees? What's your view on that?
Well, you know what? This is what I talked about last year. Okay. Not only did I talk about it, but lots of people talk about this. But you know
I know.
what?
That's why I brought it up.
But you know what? People voted for Trump anyway. And you know, I don't want to hear a Trump supporter complain that their grocery bills still going up, that their Medicaid is going out the window, that they're going to lose their Social Security, that they're their Juanita's going to be deported. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
You voted for Skywalker and didn't expect to see the Enterprise? How dare you?
I know, right? And it was like to the point that you see a whole bunch of people like, yeah, we're voting for Trump. Wow, because we got money in 2020. I was like, all right.
You voted for Anakin and didn't expect to see Vader?
I mean, okay. I mean, it's like this person is actually eating people's faces. So you expect Trump is not going to eat your face? Really?
If he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. He don't got hair on his tongue, he'll definitely do it.
Yeah, but yeah, my thing is that who within his confines is gonna be the Jabba the Hutt of this franchise. You get what I'm trying to say?
Let's see, because we're only 2 months in.
Jabba the Hutt.
We're only 2 months in. I know that there's over 100,000 people on the impeachment program talking about that Trump got to go. But let me tell you something.
Wow.
I like what Elon did. Sending that letter out to all federal employees. I need a report of what you've done or what you've made change in the past 2 weeks. Because if you have nothing to report, what are you serving? What are you doing? There's a lot of people sitting on a government check right now that are federal agents that this is what the government wants to cut out. You guys are getting paid for nothing.
Yep.
Either get paid for your service, and if you're not servicing, get out of here.
Well, there is a little thing called unions. Okay. There's also a thing called due process. Okay. Now, of course, I look at things a little differently because I'm a union person and I'm an municipal employee. But my thing is this: if you're going to do whatever you're going to do, go through the proper channels and go through the proper processes. That's all I'm going to say.
Because that letter went out to everybody at all levels, supervisors, subordinates. That letter went out to everybody. So blessed are those, let's say you're blessed. You're a municipal worker, meaning that what you do as whatever you do as mundane or stationary as it is, you're needed there to do that. You're needed.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't affect you. But these people that are supposed to be special agents and that are supposed to be helping the government, whatever XYZ, and they're not, then they need to go. You're getting paid to be a federal employee, and you're not doing anything federal. So why are you a federal agent? Like, get out of here.
Well, okay, that's assuming. That's assuming
That's
that
assuming.
you have large numbers of federal municipal employees are not doing anything. I don't like to make assumptions until I actually have facts.
Yeah.
Okay. I can only speak for myself. I know that I know that I work and I do a 7 hour work shift. Obviously, I cannot give the details what exactly I do.
Of course not.
Because the fact of the matter is personnel can always look into social media as far as what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. So I try to keep it
court-martialed, basically.
I'm sorry?
You could get court-martialed, basically.
I could be brought up on charges.
Same reason why I don't talk about military stuff, because I can get court-martialed. They will bring you up on charges.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to say that, oh, we deny what you know. They're just going to say, hey, you spoke too much. Let's come over here. That's the problem.
Look, I knew someone that this person was a municipal employee, okay? And what happened was, for reasons unknown, this person decided to create content on the YouTube channel while during work hours. And it's like, why? Why? No disrespect, but when you are on the clock, you're there to do city work or municipal work, not to create content at your place of business.
Pretty much.
And the fact that you're provisional on top of that, that makes it even worse. It's like you might as well say, "Get me fired, please." One thing I will never do. I will never discuss the name of the agency I'm employed with. I will never discuss what it is I do. The only thing I will say is that is I would identify myself as a municipal employee. That's it. And I'm not going to get on social media and complain about my job and how my job sucks and what have you, and how the supervisor doesn't, is an imbecile, whatever. No, I'm just going to refrain from sharing that information. And besides, I'm too close to retirement to to do something that's stupid. And I'm at the stage, if the job really gets on my case, I can retire now and say goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay? But, what can I say? what can I say? And and no one needs to know that part of me. What for? So I can get docs? I don't think so. Because I've seen people that they got docs, they have their confidential information get posted, blasted on social media, which is why certain things I won't do
Yeah,
and certain things I won't say.
yeah. It's like it's even to the it's even to the point that you have certain people that that they're like, oh, we're gonna make sure that that a person who always publicly docs is like, we're gonna make sure that you don't have a livelihood. I'm like, okay, well, guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're not God, so uh, yeah, only God controls the floor on this earth, not y'all.
Yeah.
So that's why if I even have employment, I'm not gonna go around it. I never really mentioned it unless if I had to. But then somebody's like, oh, you work your dirty job and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, I got a job, man.
And plus,
Which
I
to me is
am,
funny. So
yeah. Plus, I am what's called under a code of conduct, meaning that I am not to, in any way or in any shape or
yep,
form to air contact that can put my agency in a negative light.
exactly.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep,
That's more along the lines of that protocol.
Yeah.
Non-disclosure agreement. Anything that could um, perjudicate you or the agency can should not be spoken of.
Yeah.
Not that it could not be spoken of, because that's the difference between when something happens in an agency and someone has to come forward and let the judge know. And then they'll be like, oh, this person, the whistleblower, don't call this person the whistleblower just because you want to be fancy about it. This person had to do their job and make sure that this XYZ that went down, that shouldn't have went down in the first place, doesn't go down again. Because if not, it'll give a bad name to the agency. Nah, they want to highlight that person as the whistleblower and make that person look like the bad guy. Yeah, y'all got it messed up, man. Even the Bible says it. In the last days, they will call sweet stuff sour and sour stuff sweet.
Yeah. Now, there was a lot of
pretty much. I
no,
mean,
yeah. So, there was a lot of noise recently because there was this
pretty much because we seeing that nowadays too.
yeah, but there was a lot of chatter and social media regarding this stewardess that got fired from her job because she was actually twerking with her uniform on.
Mhm.
Uh, uh,
You see how stuff like that makes the news?
okay.
But
You know, I'm, I mean, like, it's like I don't know, right? I think that twerking is getting out of control, right? It's like to the point that okay, people could twerk and they could do whatever the heck they want, right? But it's like it's like certain people don't know public decorum, so you just have to let trashy people be trashy people. But it was like, OMG, that person was twerking. I'm like, who cares?
I mean, listen, it's what's going on right
As
now
as
is this
as
much. Twerking used to be a form of mating dance. Now it's gone. It's been it's been demoralized to the point where there's no longer a sensitivity issue to it. Even though we know it's some sort of sexual exploitation. We want to look. We want to give the big eye. Oh no, it's okay. It's just dancing. It's whatever. It's not just whatever. You know what I'm saying? These are things just like today's music. These are things that slowly but surely, with generations going by, it demoralizes the generations that are upcoming. And all of a sudden, everything's okay. It's okay for our kids to be hypersexualized because these people are dancing like this and like that. Oh, it's okay for you know, these little kids to be doing stuff that only adults should be doing, as far as dance moves and dance routines. Why is it okay? Oh, look how fancy it looks. No, that's not fancy. That's sassy. But it's also hypersexualizing the child. Like, we shouldn't be promoting these things. We need to promote things that preserves the innocence of our youth. That's the problem with today's youth. Today's youth is being subjected to so much. I'm spitting so much hot fire right now. My fire alarm is going off.
Oh, but between y'all smoke detector on my phone.
Yeah, at least YouTube won't hit us with the spade for a fire alarm, because that's something that could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
But like I said, what I'm spitting is so hot fire right now, the fire alarm is going off. We live in an age now, not just wicked and cruel, or como dice la Biblia, por haberse multiplicado la maldad, el amor de muchos se enfriará. But, there's so much going on. There's just so much going on. It's crazy. Give me 2 seconds. Be right back.
I mean, I think, was it last year? In one of our union committees, they actually had people in drag reading to children's stories.
Yeah, that I don't agree with. I mean, me personally is this: if a parent is going to talk about schmexual education and everything, there's going to be the parents that's going to educate their children on schmexual education. If anybody sees that I'm purposely using the word, purposely mispronouncing my words, because YouTube try to hit you with whatever just because you said a word, or they'll try to you on whatsoever. So excuse
Can't
me for
say no words off the blacklist
or misusing the word, but I'm just using it because we got exactly.
Can't say no words off the blacklist.
Yeah, because it violates the community guidelines.
Right. So let's call it the guideline list, because I hate putting color to stuff. Why should it be a black list? Why can't it be a red list? Why can't it be something else? It has to be a black list. Let's just call it the guideline list.
Just call it the no-no.
The no-no list. Even no-nos knows that that's a no-no.
Oh boy.
Right.
But I think at times YouTube is very selective in enforcement of its guidelines.
Joey, did you hit the laundry?
Yeah, there's a possibility. There's favoritism and bias everywhere. There's something I discovered the other day that once I discovered it, I felt kind of like triggered. YouTube has outer links into different countries where YouTube has outer links into different countries that they show all types of stuff that in America is not allowed. Or they say it's not allowed in America, but they're allowing it in other countries. I'm saying it without being specific what it is, but they show all types of stuff.
I know.
And I don't just mean the educational purpose stuff. Like, here, learn how to shave. Chill.
I
I'm
was like,
talking about
yo, what the
yo.
heck?
They have stuff like, oh, for educational purposes, learn how to wipe your butt. And they'll show the person taking a poop and wiping their butt. And it's
Why
like,
be yo?
why is
Yo,
this available on YouTube?
yo,
Through outer country links, it's available. But if you
yeah.
look it up in America, they won't show it because it's banned by community guidelines. You have community guidelines based on where you are geographically on Earth. Sorry, my friend, but that is
Right.
hypocrisy. That is bias and favoritism. God doesn't approve.
So what's so? I guess if they,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
know.
so I guess if there's some other country, they can show you how to place a condom in your organ.
You ain't got bleach. That whole thing be clean. It stinks terribly.
But you know what gets me is like, how many times have Cynthia G had the channels deleted by YouTube and it comes back and she's still talking about the same crap?
Me personally is this. I was only put on to Cynthia G like as 2 years ago, and I just listened to her stuff when she actually was just just talking about this, that, and what she was talking about. But then there was one of these guys, right, that actually went up and said a messed up schmexual comments against her, which actually alluded to him being a child diddler when he said this. So even though that I don't agree with Cynthia G's content, when that guy went up and said that comment, you know, talking about if Cynthia G had a daughter, I was like, yo, these people are gross. It's bad enough that you don't like a person, but yet you're gonna go around and talk about all this other stuff, making yourself look like a creepo. I was like, nah, that wasn't cool at all.
Yeah. No, but explain to me, how is it's okay to talk about black people being deleted, black males being deleted before they came out into the womb? How that's okay, but yet the fact, I mean, I just don't see how YouTube allows that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, apparently she had like three. It's like since you have like a fan base of hateful individuals, that's what you're just gonna go to see. A whole bunch of people who are just hateful individuals that have a platform and they think like, oh yeah, this person represents us, and that's why you see a lot of most of the people that actually believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
bad, guys. Another phone call.
it's okay.
I'm back.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. Actually, somewhere in the world, there's a video how to clean your butt.
Yo,
Someone who what?
But I got a text saying,
wow.
huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
keep getting interrupted. Anyway. Yeah, what was the last thing what was the last thing we were talking about?
Um,
Yeah,
how
we were
YouTube
talking
is very
about
selective
about
in enforcing its guidelines.
Right.
yeah. And it's like it's even like to the point that it's like you have certain people that that they have a hateful platform and they say a whole bunch of stuff and then they have a whole bunch of subscribers. But then you have certain people who just keep it,
Bless you.
civil or whatever, and then they platform. I'm like, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, and I ain't trying to really ride on nobody's way. But if I like them, if I like a person's channel, I like a person's channel. If I don't have to be around you. I don't have to be around fake people. So therefore, that's how a person have to maintain their inner peace,
Yeah.
so to say.
I
That's why
agree.
certain platforms that used to see me in 2 years ago, I don't be around them anymore. So that's it.
Yeah.
Hear you. That's dangerous.
Yeah. But there's certain individuals that that have been absent from these YouTube streets for a long time.
A lot of a lot of people that have been absent is a lot of that is due to the fact that they've been they've been playing around with the algorithms to the point where people that are doing very good in a certain channel, they've gotten canceled for whatever XYZ reason or maybe for no reason at all. And people, instead of staying alive with their projects and reopening another channel and or
Right.
just getting right back on it, they think that YouTube is just going to cancel them out anytime, so they decide to just lean back. Listen, there's a case. I
Right.
had a YouTube channel a long time ago that I didn't really even do anything on that channel besides obviously speak my mind, and all of a sudden I couldn't log into it anymore.
Right.
I went to support, and support said that, I needed to verify my ID, show them a picture of my ID. I said, I'm not showing you my ID. You don't got to see anything about that. I'm good. I'll make a new channel. Get out of here.
No,
It's crazy.
and that's why I say even if you report somebody or anything like that, you put your ID out. It's like, oh, this so and so person reported you. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna go and get that. We're gonna get that. We're gonna go and dox that person. So it's like, oh wow,
Down.
yeah.
I remember this one weird YouTube content creator that he was forever talking about Mr. BBC.
Wait a minute, he's still on there, bro.
Is it?
It was to the point that that yeah, I mean like this guy, right? Well, I blocked him, but that guy, he was talking about on the Passport Brothers and everything like that. Pure racist.
The guy
So
from
I'm
V for
like, if you're
Vendetta.
gonna go, nah,
Yeah, that
it's a
guy
different
is.
dude. It's like it's a creepazoid that's been doing his thing for like years.
That's crazy. Man, I'm just remembering times that people got canceled for stuff and then just went on a different show and begged for forgiveness. And, we're told we're told whatever to come back, and it never stays the same. Once you once you're someone that
Right.
people like and you mess up and you become the person that people now hate, it's very hard for those people to turn back into people that like.
The pariah.
Mhm.
What's going on, Fatal?
Hey, Irby.
Yeah. What up, Fatal? Man, come up, bro. Cause I know that you've been on the chat, that you've been on the chat for a while now. Fatal, you gotta come up, bro.
That if it's Obama form allowing to do that.
No comment.
That's all. Yo, you always throwing shots, Jose. Yo, shout out to Made Man and Philly Slime 215 on Instagram.
Shout out, shout out.
Yeah,
Hey
shout
guys,
out.
like always, man, remember to pass by the YouTube page, man, and hit that like. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, leave a question, something. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Yeah,
No,
I
but pull
just
up, Fatal. I haven't heard your voice once in life.
like I said before, if it's Obama form allowing, you should be able to come up.
I'm done.
Exactly.
No, but I mean, it's like, but this,
It's a little
but this,
noisy.
but talking about Mr. BBC, I mean, it's like I remember one day I was like on my way to work, so I took a look at the YouTube app on my phone, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Would you believe this person's talking about Mr. BBC at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Wow.
Yo, pause. I'm like, let's be honest, right? Like, dude is actually telling on himself, right? 7 o'clock in the morning, talking about BBC.
Oh,
Man,
that
bro,
don't sit well with me.
give it up already, man. The Nah, I'm just saying, just give it up because nobody. That's like a guy says, "Hey, 7 o'clock in the morning, I want me a BBW
That's wild.
because
I mean, it's like, look,
I need equivalent that creeping out women talking about that. You know what I'm saying? 7 o'clock in the morning, you talking about BBC, you creeping out dudes. Like, just
I
stop it.
mean,
The
I mean that,
jig is up.
I mean
No
that is a,
straight man should be talking about BBC at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So after our conversations, you're over here talking about this stuff with kids on their way to school, like disrespectful son of a gun.
Facts.
I mean, talking about obsession with Mr. BBC.
Sheesh.
Maybe
Yo.
he's looking for some BBC. I don't know.
Like I was saying, hopefully it's not a bigger picture than the picture we already see, but there's a time and a place. After our talk, I mean, even the Howard Stern show at one point wasn't on till after 10, 12 o'clock at night. So how is it, you're going on a radio show 7 o'clock in the morning and all you're hearing is this perversity? Like, I'm driving my kids to school. I don't need them to hear this kind of stuff. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember one time he got into a beef with Xtina.
Oh wow. Yo, shout out to Xtina, by the way.
Yes. I mean, look, I actually have the blessing that I actually met her in person um, a year and a half ago. Sweet person, very sweet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at her too. You know, she's cool peoples. Even though it's brief, but you know, she's cool peoples.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I remember uh, on Magic's channel one time. There was this lady called Maria, who was basically she was a groupie of this individual who talks about Mr. BBC, and basically she got a little crazy and went a little berserk.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But my goodness,
Yeah, I know.
there
It's
were
like
times I watched
it's
this
like you
individual.
know.
It's like, yeah. Let me tell you something. There were times when I would be watching this in the person, and I was like, "Can you talk about anything else?
I mean
Like,
no, they can't
like the
because it's
weather?"
like right. It's like from my sources, right? Is that this guy, Mr. BBC, you know, allegedly back in the day before he actually became a YouTube meme, he was actually trying to hook up with other men. And there's other women that have met him personally, and they say that he's that they that they find him a little bit creepy, like in his mannerisms and such. So if a guy is actually talking about Mr. BBC in the morning, he creep women that meets with him. I could actually say 9 times out of 10, he's a he's an incel to the 100th degree.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that guy he actually suffers from well, I'm just gonna go around and say the G-rated version. I think he actually suffers from meat envy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm done.
I think he does suffer from
Yeah,
a genitalia complex.
meat envy.
Oh wow. It seems to be a testicular matter here.
Yeah, yeah.
A very testosteronic issue going on.
That was
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Steer clear.
Maybe this person's a little short down there.
Steer clear, Cavalier.
right.
Oh man. Why is it that so many people suffer of obsession with possession of things that they cannot grasp?
You got me. You got me.
Yeah, I
I
know.
wish I knew.
I
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
That's what shoes Joey wears.
Yeah.
But I remember like the
Shoes are
Christmas
cute.
before last,
Joey.
I actually met this chick, okay,
Mhm.
eating at Olive Garden, and basically I had to block her because she was giving me like fatal attraction vibes.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
I mean, she's talking about, oh, when we get together, we're gonna do this sexual thing, and we're gonna do this sexual thing, and then we're gonna do this sexual thing. It's like, excuse me,
Wow.
a,
Wow.
I
The
don't
thirst
know
was
you.
real.
Okay, I don't know you. B, if you're willing to give it up to me that quickly, how many more dudes have you given it up to?
Right.
Okay, yeah, no thanks.
Exactly.
I mean, I already went through. I mean, I already went through that with my ex-wife when I met her the first time. I mean, the woman was literally begging me to sleep with her, and it's like, can I get to know you first?
Wow. I mean, when you went to Dominican Republic, did you get a fresh shape up that day?
I
Because that'll be happening sometimes.
Yeah, actually, I think I did. Yeah, yeah, but this is the thing.
Yeah.
First of
Because
all, I am not going to go to the D. I'm not. I mean, I don't even try to smash with any girls here locally. I'm not going to go to some foreign, I'm sorry, no offense, country that I don't know about to smash. The first thing that wears a skirt.
I know, right? Exactly.
I mean, call me a little old fashioned, but hey, um, I rather think with the head on top, not the head in the bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to drop down because I have a string going on at 10 o'clock. So I'm just going to need to get ready. First of all, it was a real pleasure interacting with you guys.
Right.
And I'll see you next. We'll talk soon.
Yep.
So take care.
All
All
right,
right.
brother. Dios te
Well,
bendiga. Take care. Safety.
Igualmente de
recommendation.
ustedes. Bye.
Yeah. So let's see what else is on topic. Hmm. Let's see. Yo, Irby. So, all right. Got you. Yo, Irby. Do people in you know Florida they actually rock to Rick Ross like that, or they really rock to these new jacks? Open Topics with Don Armando.
We back.
Yeah. All right.
So that was my immediate boss letting me know that work is coming up and that basically to be ready.
All right.
So with that, I'll be able to make moves. And that's how I'm gonna eventually land in PA and get things done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about due processes over stream.
Yeah.
Because if anything sounds fraudulent, it's gonna express a lot, even though that's not the case.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. The season's about to kick back in. Get a chance to put a little effort in the body as far as, working out. Put a little work in. Use that as physical therapy. What I've been trying to let the wife know is that, I know I'm a pain when it comes to the pain that I'm feeling, but there's times that I need to, push my body, push myself to go outside and walk, push myself to, endure the pain so that I can get over the pain. The body produces special enzymes that attack pain. So if you keep your body in movement, it's going to come a time where the body's going to stop feeling whatever pain it is. But as soon as you stop moving, that's going to be the problem. That's when you're going to feel it again. That has a lot to do with neurological damage, nerve disorders, nerve behavior, nerve pain. But yeah, I'm expecting things to start going up because they must. Not just a little bit of faith or a little bit of hope. No, it's because they must. I've been down for a little too long, and it's retribution is now overdue. It's time for me to get up and carry on so that things can start working the way they should. Tuxedo Dog is in the bathroom over here howling.
I'm just looking and just showing like how these. Oh wow.
Yeah, she's not allowed out. Like, she was out not too long ago, and there was a little pile of cat food that someone placed on top of a little higher level desk type bit, so that only the cats would just jump up there to eat it. The dog was like, "Oh no, I could reach up there too." Like, really? You have a bowl full of dog food. Why do you want to eat everybody else's food? You want to eat the cat's food. You want to eat the people's food. One time she ate the turtle food.
His dogs are crazy.
Yo, it's crazy.
I mean, it was even to the point. It was even to the point that right, that my part-time dog and cat. It was funny. At first, my wife didn't understand, but I had to give her the background. It was to a point that the cat was stealing all the dog's food. And then, when part-time dog came here, she went up and ate the cat's food. I was like, I'm not. And then my wife was like, yo, that dog is gonna eat up all her food. I'm like, yo, a couple of months ago she was eating the dog's food. So I'm like, yo, I don't know.
It's crazy. Well, one time, many years ago, I'd say like 2 or 3 years ago, dog still being a puppy, she decided to put her nose into a bag of turtle food, and she almost perished. she ate the whole bag of turtle food, bro. Like, you couldn't tell on the first bite that it wasn't the proper food for you. Like, nah, I'm gonna keep going.
All right, what do turtles actually eat? Because I don't know. I never had a turtle before.
I'll let my wife answer that for you. What they eat?
They eat goldfish. That's their favorite. They eat worms. They eat roaches. They actually can eat fruits.
Yeah.
Oh,
It depends on the stages of how old they are. These are red slide turtles. I had them for 8 years. So you can't throw them into the ecosystem because they will throw it off. They will eat anything and everything over a period of time, and they multiply very quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I had to go walk into the hallway real quick. I had to make sure there were no stone cold stunners out in my hallway like last time.
Got you. Right.
Yeah, because I'm hearing the stairway doors slamming. Yeah, that was funny last time, but I'm hearing the stairway door slamming, and that's exactly what I heard last time, like around this time. And I'm like, what is going on here? What is that? Who is that? You know, I go to the hallway. This time I notice that it's a friend of a neighbor. That they're most likely gonna talk in the hallway or chill or whatever. I don't care. I'm trying to make sure there's no stone cold stunners, man. I don't want none of them on my floor. Period. Yep. It's about that time, man. It's about that time again. Bellinger.
What pictures now? That's what I'm gonna do.
No, Rogue, you're not coming out right now. You were cat food eating. You know that's against the rules. Everybody was cat food eating. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, she'll get extremely vocal if she feels like she's missing out on something. Because she'll think like people are eating. She's like, "Oh man, I'm missing out on the secondhand crumbs." Like, nah, relax. Ain't nobody eating. Or in this case, you were here the other day, and she saw you, so now she knows your voice. So she hears your voice now, and she's thinking that you're here again. She's like, Ralph, like, yo, cut it out.
Yeah, Rogue. She's a character. Love that dog.
Oh, for real. She belongs on her own TV show.
I mean, shoot,
Hey,
you can't make that. So
yeah, I could. Look who's on the radio show, Kiki. Look who's here. Say hi. Kiko, come say hi.
yeah.
You come here, Snorri. He starts to snore. Come here, Kiki. Come here. Come here, Mama. Come here.
Hey.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come.
Hey.
Come up. Come up, Mama. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Come up. Not lay down. Come up. 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 Where I can carry you. Not lay down. Come up.
Gotcha.
There you go. Yeah, she got me over here. She over here laying down. Like, what you laying down for? I need you up here. There you go. It's Kiko.
Hey, Kiki. Hey, Kiki. Hey. Yeah, love that dog. Yeah, my sister, she loves that dog too. Shout out to my sister, by the way.
Shout out to your sister. All right, Mama. All right. Yeah, man. Yo, Fatal, you still with us? Where you at, bro?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's eating gator. Nah, I'm just joking with you. It's gator. Yo, talking about Florida. Did you ever have to encounter gators while you was out there? Or that's just a myth?
I'm not gonna say I ever encountered a gator, but I am gonna tell you that I live 2 blocks away from a Winn-Dixie. At the back of that Winn-Dixie had gates all over their yard. And the gate said, if you pass these gates, you might get bit. There are gators in the premises. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
Gators in the premises, huh? It was the first time I ever seen you know, the normal gates, you know, the normal, you know, mesh that's on the gates, that it's like a 2x2 square in the form of a diamond. You know, that metal wire.
Right.
But that metal wire is normally slightly thin. The metal wire on this gate surrounding the Winn-Dixie backyard was super thick. Like, we're making sure none of them pass through.
Wow.
Still hearing the staircase door being shut and open and shut and open and shut. I don't like that. Sounds like Stone Cold Stunners.
Yep.
I don't want to have to pay them a visit with my friend Machete, Donnie Trejo.
Yeah.
I was laughing at the last Machete movie where they did like little parody new releases or parody new to come Machete in space. I'm like, yo, I'm done.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, they're doing too much. Maybe it's not the most interesting topic, but it is a topic nevertheless. Why is it that people want to sound so healthy when they talk about, pregnant women can't smoke marijuana? Why do you sound so much of a health buff, health critic to know if marijuana is good or not for a lady that's pregnant? You don't know what the marijuana does for the lady. You don't know if she needs that for her nerves. You don't know if she needs that for this or that. Like, if the body needs it. So it's like, why are we trying to become health buffs all of a sudden and pretend like we know? Oh, yeah, I did a study on that. I studied that for 5 years. No, you don't know nothing about that. I mean, I get it. It would deem practical for a female that's pregnant to stop smoking marijuana. It would deem practical. But at the same token, it's marijuana. It's not a cigarette. It's not anything else. It's not any of these pharmaceuticals. It's not any of these other stuff that you find in the street. Like, there's a reason why things are illegal and why this is legal now. Because they found the medicinal use of it. Or they've been known. They just wanted to make sure they collected a tax dollar from it.
Nope.
You know, it's true. The government one time experimented with Pineapple Express and soldiers to see how soldiers would act if they smoked. And it's true. A lot of them were insubordinate. Why? Because they were just blasted off their mind. It was too much of a high dose. But if they were to give troops moderate medicinal marijuana, there'd probably be more morale, just for the simple fact that they feel less pain in what they're doing. But, you know, they conduct studies with favoritism and bias, just expecting to hear anything, but expecting the worst, not no positive reaction. And then they discovered that marijuana cures cancer, especially bone cancer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a German doctor friend that during his dying years, the last years before he passed, he came to DR and he moved to DR. So just to be in DR for his last few years. And he would tell me how you know, being in the medical field, he one time came across bone cancer, and he moved to Jamaica. And with his medical license, you know, obviously they employed him over there. So he was working as a doctor in Jamaica, and he told me every day in the morning he would drink a super tea. There would be at least half a pound of leaves made into a tea. And then he would smoke at night before going to bed. After 2 years of that, his bone cancer disappeared.
Wow.
So that's one of those. Either the world will never know, or the world knows and just doesn't want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Rogie, relax. Yeah, man. It just strikes me as fascinating how people are all of a sudden experts in pregnancy, and they never study medicine a day in their life. It bugs me out. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Oh, you should be doing that. You shouldn't be. How old are you? No. Have you studied this and that? No. I get you trying to give somebody a good word of advice, but how good is your advice if it's advice unlived? It's like you're preaching peace to people, but you don't have any peace.
Yeah.
How can you preach of that you do not have? You can only preach about of that you live, that you can give. You know, you can give forward a testimony of things that happened in your life because you were able to survive it. You understand? But you can't tell people, oh, you cannot be robbing, you cannot be doing this, and that, but you're robbing. You yourself are a thief. You're telling people to not be thieves. It's weird.
Right. I think when a thief says, "Oh, you should not be robbing and stuff," I guess he's afraid of competition. Pretty much, if you actually look at it.
People want to be Robin, but they're afraid of Batman. Get it? Batman and Robin?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Wife, he has a test tomorrow. She's been studying all day.
Gotcha.
You've been studying the wrong subject?
I've been doing chemistry. I'm going to do human anatomy.
She's been studying all day for a subject that's not what she's having tomorrow.
Right.
You know what? That just gave me anxiety. Because my brother, I kid you not, she's been studying since 7 o'clock this morning. And she has a test tomorrow.
Oh, that's
and she
dedication
has
right there.
Say that again? No se oyó. I couldn't hear it. What you said?
Because I'm like, but that's dedication. That's dedication, though. You know what I mean?
I hear you. That's extra dedication.
Yeah.
What's this glass pen?
Yeah. I'm about to call tonight because, you know, I've been doing this for at least three hours, so you know.
Yeah.
About to you know, handle some business. But
Heard
I'm gonna
you,
be
man.
back on Tuesday and Wednesday, folks.
All right.
Yep. So
All right, brother.
This been a good stream of open topics with Don Armando.
Thanks for having me once again, brother.
Course.
And you already know my slogan. Stay woke, stay safe, stay vigilant. Later. Push.
Yep. Oof.